Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I thought we would do a worst to first video, this time over the Star Wars Episode 1 Lego sets. This is going to be all of the Lego sets that they have released for Star Wars Episode 1, barring a couple exceptions. On the list here we have like the double packs and stuff. We're not going to count those. We're not going to count polybag figures, polybag builds. And then one of the very first release sets, which are just 3 battle droids, we're not going to count those. And then we are not going to count the UCS any UCS sets. So that includes the Naboo fighter with the chrome details. We're going to exclude that because I'll do another video eventually for the UCS sets. So this one is just going to be just like the pure episode 1 Lego sets spanning from like 1999 to I think our last one was in 2019. So boy, are we overdue for another set. And I will say this year, or I should say, this episode of Legos has some really, really good sets, but I think it's really drowned out with the amount of remakes that we've gotten. And I don't know if that's just because Lego's afraid to venture out and do other stuff, or they just can't find any other vehicles to do, or, scenes or what have you. But we've got 3 battle droid troop transports, 4 Naboo starfighters, 4 Sith infiltrators, 6 different types of pod racers or pod racer scenes, and 3 MTTs. So that's just a lot of duplicates for something that only has 34 actual Lego sets in it. There's just a ton of duplicates. But anyways, we'll start from the bottom at number 34, and that is the original, and y'all are going to argue with me probably, but the original Trade Federation MTT from the year 2000, I think it just looks so ugly. It just simply looks like something that I could have built with my spare parts in a Lego bucket. The angles are horrible. It comes with 7 battle droids, which is nice, but like nothing special. They're all just plain. So it's the last on my list, and I'm like really firm on that. I hate the way this MTT looks. But moving on at number 33, we have set 7121, the Naboo Swamp. This is a small set from 1999, and you can probably tell why it's at the bottom of the list. It's just awful. I have this set, and it's awful. It just is like a little watery base plate with some greenery, and it's supposed to be the Naboo Swamp. I do like the stat bikes that the battle droids come on, and the fact that you get a Qui-Gon Jinn, but that's literally it. It just looks really bad in person. Lego dresses it up with their like scenery behind the Lego set to make it look a little bit better, but it's pretty awful. It just is just really, I don't know, very reminiscent of old school Lego before they really had their formula down for what made a good Lego set. Number 32, I've got set 7131, Anakin's Pod Racer from 1999. This is the worst pod racer in my opinion, and the minifigures, they're okay, but out of all the other pod racers, this one is just last because I think it looks the worst. Number 31, we have 7159, Star Wars Pod Racing Bucket from the year 2000. This one is pretty rough too, but I do like that you get multiple pod racers and it comes in a bucket. This one was meant for kids. You get a little bit of like a racing starting set of pillars, I guess. So it's got a little bit more scenery with it. I love that it includes a bunch of tires because what do pod racers need with tires? And also includes the creepiest Lego Star Wars minifigure to ever exist, which is Aldar Beto, and he is comprised of literally a headless battle droid bent over with an arm in place of its head, and then a strange build on top to somehow represent Aldar Beto. It's creepy. It's so, I have this set, but this figure is so freaking weird to me. Number 30, set 7101. This one's Lightsaber Duel from 1999. It's a tiny set. I like it for what it is. It's really cool that it comes with a cheap way to get a Darth Maul. We get another Qui-Gon. Obviously, they're chrome lightsabers, and a small little build for Darth Maul's little speeder, and then a moisture evaporator that looks really, really awful, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's a fun little set. I have this one as well. I like it for the minifigures. Next, we have 7111 Droid Fighter from 1999, or I suppose a Vulture droid. It's fine. It's just low on the list because it doesn't have any other minifigures. They definitely have made better builds of the droid fighter, but this is the only one we've ever gotten for episode 1, which is kind of interesting, but it's just low on the list because it's just a plain little Vulture droid. Some of you guys might be surprised that this is so low on the list, maybe not, but number 28, 7151. This one is the 1999 Sith Infiltrator, and it's this low because it just looks awful. It's horrible. I'm sorry. It just is bad. And since we're rating, episode one, obviously the bad sets for the most part are going to be towards the end. So this is what it is. Strange choice with blue. Lego liked to do blue a lot at this time. I have no idea why. But yeah, very blocky. We get much better as we go on. Number 27 is 7204 Jedi Defense 2 from 2002. I like that it comes with a special battle droid and a small little build. I liked these little like pairing builds that they did back then. I think the episode one ones were superior to our Return of the Jedi ones that we got later on, but this one is going to be my worst because I think that set 7203 Jedi Defense 1 is better because it comes with Obi-Wan and some pretty good droidicas. I like those builds a lot, and this set is actually relatively expensive. It's very simple and to the point, and it comes with like 3 characters, so I like that. Next, for the year 2000, set 7115 Gungan Patrol. I really like the set because you get the Cadu. You get 2 Cadu. I wish they would remake this. I think that would be a really fun remake of a set, but this is the only one that we've ever gotten. I think that the little bomb dropper thing is a pretty fun play feature, and then you get another Gungan, which was probably really cool at the time. And it's a great set. I think it's really overdue for a remake, and you can definitely kind of recreate the Battle of Naboo if you buy multiple of these. I definitely see their value. I think this is a pretty good set for its time. There's just other ones that are better up the line. Number 24 is 7124 Flash Speeder. I love the Naboo Flash Speeder. I think it's really cool. This one's in green. It's just low on the list because we get a much better one down the line. Then we have 7141 Naboo Fighter from 1999. This is one of many that we're going to see, and it's just ranked towards the bottom because this is the worst one. But I overall have always really liked the way this ship looks. I think the minifigure selection is fine, and it doesn't look too bad for its time. That's why it's much higher than the Sith Infiltrator. Then we have 7126 from 2001, the Battle Droid Carrier. Again, we get a remake of it. That's why it's lower on the list. But I think these Battle Droid Carriers are always a win-win with LEGO Star Wars. Anything to build the armies, clone or separatist, what have you. And overall, it's pretty good. It just gets better. That's why it's lower on the list. Then we have number 21, set 7663 Sith Infiltrator from 2007. Again, we're following the same path. There's newer ones that are just a lot better. And the Sith Infiltrator, to me personally, is just one of my lesser favorite ships. So it just tends to rank a little bit lower on the scale. We only get one Darth Maul, and so it's just okay. I mean, they definitely end up doing a lot better with it as time goes on. Next, we have set 7161 Gungan Sub from 1999. This is a really cool concept. I love the idea of having one of these. This is just the very first iteration. We get a remake later on. That's why it's lower, but really cool printed pieces. I like how we get that like manta ray, and the minifigures were appropriate for the time, and you get a little side build to help you believe that it's underwater. And overall, it's really cool, and I think it's pretty good for its time. It's just a little bit blocky. Next up, we have another Naboo Starfighter. From 2011, it is set 7877 and comes with a fair selection of minifigures. It's another iteration, so this is where it ranks on the list. This middle section gets a little bit hard because we have like sets that are pretty good, but they have remakes, and then sets that just kind of like I don't have a lot of feeling for, but I don't hate or love. So this kind of starts to fall in this category here. Directly following that, the Naboo N1 Starfighter and Vulture Droid. This one ranks higher because it comes with a Vulture Droid. Take that back, there's 2, I guess. I like that there's a ladder that you can climb up, and that Vulture Droid looks really good. It just ranks higher because you can have a battle scene. Number 17, this is 75169 Duel on Naboo. This is the first and only time they've ever created a set like this, and I think it's awesome. I have it, and I loved it. Remember when it first came out, I picked it up first thing. It comes with a great selection of updated minifigures and a pretty cool scene with some play features, so you can really recreate the way that, Qui-Gon Jinn dies. It's sad. Number 16 is the 2015 Flash Speeder. Looks really good. Again, I love this ship, and the updated version just looks fantastic. It's a really cool one. Number 15 is the 2011 The Battle of Naboo. I think this is a super nice droid carrier. I just think that the set is horribly misnamed. There's nothing The Battle of Naboo about this set, but you do get a really cool Jar Jar and Gungan warrior, and like I said, the droid carrier removes, so that's really cool, and it looks very nice. Number 14 is a little bit better with the 2015 Battle Droid Troop Carrier. We get more battle droids, one less Gungan, but a cool one nonetheless, and this one is just bigger and better. Number 13 is the 2011 Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator. It gets much better than it has been, and I think we get a good selection of minifigures. That is why this one is on this section of the list. Number 12, we have 75080, the AAT from 2015. I think it's a nice set. It's just kind of small to me, and the minifigures are fine, but it's a nice tan color. I do like it. We just get a better one that's actually, it was a better original. The remake is not as good. Number 11, we have the 2014 MTT. Again, this is really cool. MTTs are awesome, except for the very first one that they ever made, which I think looks horrible. The minifigure selection on this one is awesome. It's just a lot more scaled down than one of the other versions that they made. That's why this one is on this section of the list. Throwing it back a ways, for number 10, we have 1999 Most Espa Pod Race. The minifigure selection on this is really, really good even today. In my opinion, I mean, we have some brick built things, but I think overall it holds up. The pod racers look pretty dang good for the time. I think this is a really, really cool set for 1999. Still holds up today. We get multiple pod racers, so that's really cool. Following that, going up a little bit, we have 2001 Watto's Junkyard, again with another pod racer. The minifigure selection is small, but this set is worth so much money. This Watto is so expensive now, and it comes with some really cool parts. I like this whole theming that they were doing around then, where they were doing lots of different pod racers in different sets, so you can create your own pod races. It's really cool, and this Watto really puts this set above the other. Following the pod racer theme, number 7 is 75258 Anakin's Pod Racer. This is the 20th anniversary version, and it is a really cool, it is the best pod racer in my opinion, but it only comes with Anakin's Pod Racer. Obviously, the inclusion of the 20th anniversary minifigure makes it a little bit better. And then following directly above that is the 2011 Anakin and Sebulba's Pod Racers, which I think are just the superior pod racers set that we have so far, unless they choose to remake this one again. Awesome minifigures, just fantastic. We have exclusives, every single one of them. Sebulba's Pod Racer looks great, and they're using the new technique with the clear center to help make it look like it's floating. Just awesome set. I totally regret not getting this. Coming in at number 6, we have the 2015 Naboo Starfighter 75092. This one is the very best one. It comes with so much. Comes with 12 minifigures. Awesome. The Naboo Starfighter looks awesome. It comes on its own little stand, so it kind of hovers up from the ground. We get lots of accessories. It just really is superior. I think at this point, though, we are overdue for an Episode 1 Naboo Starfighter, and I think they could make it even better, but this one is just top of the line. It's a really good Starfighter. Just above that, we have the 2015 Sith Infiltrator. 2015 was a really good year for Episode 1 Legos. Sith Infiltrator, this is the best one so far that they've done. Great minifigure selection. We get Darth Maul's speeder as well, which is really cool. This is one I'd like to see remade again. It is number 4 on the list, 2007 Republic Cruiser. So cool. Looks really great. I love the red. The minifigure selection is really good as well. I don't know why they have never remade this set. It's really, really overdue for one. It looks awesome. I hope that one day we'll get one, but until then, it's top of the list because we have not ever had any remakes of this, so it's pretty standout. All right. Number 3 might surprise some people because this set is so old and so high on the list, but it is the 2000 Trade Federation AAT, the original. I think it looks awesome. It came with 2 battle droids, has some large printed pieces that were used for UFO pieces, and it's just awesome. I think that even though this set does show some age, it's the best Trade Federation AAT that we have ever gotten, and I don't think that Lego is really going to be able to cap it. I mean, this is a correct scale, or more correct scale, I should say. And it just looks really good, even for its age. You can tell it, but I don't know, there's just something about it that looks really, really nice about this. Number 2 on this list is my personal favorite, but it is from 2012, the Gungan sub. And this is the remake. It's awesome. It comes with that super, super expensive Queen Amidala. The minifigure updates are great on it. The whole set itself looks a lot smoother than it used to. The original was great as it was, but this remake is just so much better. I would, again, love to see another remake of this set, maybe with those studs smoothed over on the top. I definitely think that Lego could do that. I would just lose my mind if they did another release of this. But overall, this one's pretty perfect, other than that studded top, which does kind of show its age at this point in time, now that we can do, the snot versions of things, and that's more common on Lego sets, especially with Star Wars these days. I think it's got some room for improvement, but it looks pretty good on its own. And number 1, and this one is not my personal choice, but I think you just can't argue with how good it is. It's the 2007 Trade Federation MTT set 7662. I don't think that they're ever going to top an MTT like this again. We got 16 regular battle droids, and then 4 commander slash pilot droids. We got a droidica. I think the only thing that could have been better minifigure wise was if you included like a Jedi or something, but it is so big. It's just crazy how large this thing is, and it looks so good. For 2007, they remade this set, and I see why later on people were so disappointed by the remake of this set, because this one is just, it's just massive. It's really, really big, and it's really, really cool. And I think that's why it is number one. It's the coolest Star Wars Episode 1 Lego set that Lego has made to date, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, that is the list. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I enjoyed making this video. I hope you guys liked watching it, and I will catch you in the next one.